In software engineering, we are discussing chapter number 19, Quality Concepts. Why do we need quality? Before that, there are certain headlines we need to discuss. CIO magazine said, let's stop wasting $78 billion a year. Why was that? Because the businesses are spending money on certain thing which is not supposed to be spent, where they shouldn't spend. Information Week, they also had the same concern. The concern was that the buggy software, the problematic code, the defective code, this is accounting for more than 45% of the computer system downtime. It is costing a huge amount, about $100 billion to the US companies, because they are losing the productivity, the repairs, and these are all the companies are spending. What about the customers? If the customers get angry or they are dissatisfied, how to cope up with that? So look into this matter was inevitable. The kind of bad code, the kind of non-tested code, the kind of buggy software. So what is actually a bad software? What is bad in this bad software? What is bad? What does bad means? So the experts are saying that if a programmer is writing a 1000 line of code, 3 to 4 defects per these 1000 code will make the program perform poorly or unsatisfactorily, or you cannot rely on it, and it will be a buggy software. The vendors are spending half of their budget, development budget, to fix the errors while they are testing it. So the errors are so much, they are not following the requirement model or the design model or the proper software engineering practices, and finally the software is not to be used or is unsatisfactory. In 2005, Computer World said that this bad software is to every organization. That is, the computer downtime because the software is not working, the data gets corrupted or even lost, the sales are not picking up, and the most of the money and effort is going into the support and maintenance, and finally this customer is not satisfied. In 2006, InfoWorld, they also said the same thing. They said that the distressing state or the sorry state of software quality, and they have said this is the quality problem. That is, we are feeling sorry. Why? Because the quality is not there. So here comes the word of quality. Not only in the software field, but everywhere. So as this emphasis or the thought or the concerns over this quality grew, there were so many people, around 100,000 white collar professionals. They indicated that the quality engineers are the most happiest, especially in America. And the blame game was taking place. Everyone was blaming every other. For example, the customer. Customer was blaming the developers that you are not making a good software, you are using sloppy practices, you are giving us the low quality software. So you are not quality assuring, no quality is checked. The developer is blaming the customer that you want the software in no time, that is irrational delivery dates you are giving, and you are just changing, you are coming up with different requirements. So how can we give in that time without validating, but we have to give. So now the problems are there. So the blame game is taking place, and nobody is talking about, or nobody was talking at that time, was about quality. What is quality? Now you see a gentleman, he has a bike. Now he wrote a book, proper book. And what he said, he is Robert Percy. And in a very good book, mystical book, in Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, he commented on quality. And what did he commented? He said, quality, what is this? Everyone knows it, but nobody knows it. That is, the quality is self-contradictory. Some things are better, they may have good quality. Sometimes some things are bad. We can say that they are not having good quality. But how do we say what is quality? We just say this thing is good. That is not all. If something is good, is that only quality? But if you can't say what is quality, how do you know it? But you know that it exists. You don't know about quality, but you know about quality. Does it exist? If no one knows about quality, what is the quality there? Why do we have quality? If it is not existing or existing, how can you grade the quality? Some things people pay a lot, sometimes people don't pay for something. Does it relate to quality? So some things are good, some things are bad. But what is this badness or goodness? So we are just going round and round and round. Finally, he just said last thing, what the hell is quality? What is it? Now here comes quality with different thoughts. Now he is David Craven. He was from Harvard Business School. He suggested quality is not just one thing, it's quite complex and we have to think from different perspective. That is, he said it is multifaceted concept. And he described 5 different points of view. So he started with the transcendental view. And this transcendental is that quality is something in a product you can easily recognize. You may not be able to define. For example, a beautiful girl, you say, oh, how good she is. Or a handsome man, the girl will say, oh, how handsome he is, how good he is. But what is the handsomeness? How do you define it? So some things you see looks good, but how to define it? What about the user view? The user view is that user wants something to be done. He buys something for his purpose. Now, if his user goals are met, it is easily can be concluded that this thing exhibits quality. What is the manufacturer view? There are certain specifications on which or through which, on the basis of certain these issues, the product is being made. If these specifications are being fulfilled, then we say the product is exhibiting the quality. This is the manufacturer's view. That is what we have decided, we have made. This is the manufacturer's view. What is the product view? See, if product is solving certain problem, quality has, if certain inherent characteristics should be there in product, and if that all these functions and features are there, the quality is there. This is the product aspect. Okay, the functions and feature it is fulfilling. Then coming to value-based view, that is how much user is going to pay for it. If the user is paying without thinking, then it is showing good quality, the product. Otherwise, if the user is not paying, may not be a good quality for the product. So there are 2 things, quality of design and quality of conformance. First is quality of design. The quality of design is what the producer or designer has decided and what the product is fulfilling. That is, maybe the user might have decided what are the grade of materials he is going to use, what are the tolerances for different parts of the product, what is the performance specification being decided earlier that the product should give. If all this is fulfilling, then we say this is related to quality of design. For example, a bike, 150 kilometers, the result is 150 kilometers. So quality of design is there. So the design quality of a product increases if the product is fulfilling the specification which were made earlier, that the product is meeting all the specifications. But in software development, the quality of design is the degree to which the design meets the functions and feature, which is specified where? In the requirement model. In requirement model, user specification or the SRS is being made, and function and feature are solely dependent on it or it can relate to it. Then we say, oh yes, because all the requirements are fulfilled, then the quality of design is achieved. This is with respect to software. Quality of conformance is that you have certain design, you have certain requirement, and the degree to which when you actually implement, whether you have followed the requirement and thereby the design, this is the quality of conformance, that you have actually adhered, you have actually followed, and you have actually had a base from design and requirement, and you actually made the content or the software or the product or the website or web app or any system which is conforming to the design and requirement. This is called the quality of conformance. So Robert Glass, he said, the user satisfaction is all about quality, but it comes from where? When the product is compliant, the product is fulfilling what is being decided. The quality is good, people are feeling good, and the product is delivered before time or on the time and within the prescribed budget. When you combine all these three, then the user satisfaction comes. So quality is actually important. But if the user is satisfied, he is happy, he is delighted, nothing else matters. Whether it be software, whether it be any other product. User is satisfied, the product is good. DeMarco states, this product quality is a function. Mathematically, if you see, product quality is a function that how much it changes the world for better. That is, how do you change the world? Because every single human being, if they are changed for better, the world will change. If you're getting $10, maybe you are getting $100, the world is better for you. Okay. So the product quality is a function of how much it changes the world for better. And as I said, if the software or a product is good and if the user is satisfied, he is lenient enough. He will tolerate any kind of reliability issue or the performance issue if it comes sometime. If microwave, washing machine, dishwasher, these have changed the life. But even some problems comes, the user won't be that much worried because it is benefiting the user in a great way. Okay. So these are certain quality aspects before we go to actual quality. So how do we define a software quality? How do we decide what is software quality? So this is a definition and it has some words which we need to understand. An effective software process. What is effective software process? We'll just see. Applied in a manner that creates a useful product. Again, useful product. So the effective software process applied in a manner that creates a useful product. So effective software product, the process and the useful product that provides measurable value for those who produce and use it. That is, it provides benefits or revenue or measurable value to the producer and the user. So three things are here and we will discuss all these three. This is the software quality. So the definition has three key points, important points to ponder upon. What are these? An effective software process. So an effective software process is actually, we are talking about a software development lifecycle. So the effective software process is establishing a background, is establishing a base or infrastructure that support effort being applied to build a high quality software product. So when you have an effective software process, that is, it is bound to give you a high quality software product. Okay. So here the software engineering practices, those which allow the developer to analyze the problem, design the problem, solution to the problem, to build a high quality software. So all the key to the quality is the umbrella activities like the change management, the technical reviews, the code reviews, so many things, validation, verification, and all the software engineering process applied in a way which has been decided by different SDLCs in different process, in different path. So if followed properly, then only you can get a quality product. A useful product is what? Which gives everything what is desired. That is, I am saying that this definition has three main key points. So I am taking the second point, which is a useful product. If a useful product is giving you content, it is giving you function, feature, but how it is giving? In a reliable way, in an error-free way, and what user desires. All these things are being given to the user. The useful product is what? Implicit, explicit. That is what you have said you are getting, and what you haven't said, you are also getting that. So the implicit, explicit requirement, they are also fulfilled. So this is absolutely a high quality software along with the content, function, feature by adding value. So the high quality software, it provides benefits to everyone, every stakeholder, especially the software organization who has built it and the end user who will use it. The software organization, how they are getting the value. The high quality software requires the less maintenance effort. Bugs are less, so fewer bug fixes. And the customer support will be less because the software is working well. So reduce customer support. So this will add the value to the software organization. This is how this is adding value. A high quality software will add value. How about the users? User, because the software is being made for them, and if it is not buggy, it is not bad, then it will expedite their business process. So what is the end result? Everyone will be benefited. The product revenue will be good. The greater software product revenue will be there. The profitability to every stakeholder, to everyone who is involved. And finally, the improved availability of information crucial for business, because the software has been made to solve certain business problem. Garvin's quality dimensions are there. Now this applies to software also and other fields also. And Darwin, he suggested certain dimensions. He also said that everyone has to have a multi-dimensional viewpoint, because quality is just not to be defined in one way. It has to be seen in multiple ways. It starts with the assessment of conformance, that what we have decided, have we made it? The specifications, the requirements, all this has conformed or followed. And finally, the transcendental, or you see the satisfactory view. Something should look good. So Garvin's 8 dimension of quality, how it can be applied to software, is the first is the performance quality. That is, does this software provides everything like content, function, features, but from where? From the requirement model, from the software requirement specification, what has been agreed upon by the developer, by the stakeholder and the user, everyone, has it be fulfilled? Feature qualities, the feature which delights, which fascinates the first time user. This says, oh, what a good software it is. Reliability is, all the functions are delivered, but are they delivered without failure? When we want the application, when we want the system, when we want the software or the website or a web app, is it available? Conformance means there are certain companies standard, there are some certain standards by different agencies. Are they fulfilled? For example, something which has been decided. Did this software has conform? For example, user interface you are making. Now there are certain design rules. For example, menu selection or data input. They are accepted design rules. Have you fulfilled that design rules? Durability. Durability is, can we change the software or the system without producing more errors or unintended side effect? If some audio call you have fixed, the problem has propagated to the video call also. Serviceability means that what is the shortest period of time and how long does it take to change the software, correct the software, maintain the software. So Douglas says here a very interesting thing. He says that if you think this thing can go wrong and this thing will not be going wrong. So if something which you have decided will not go wrong, and if it goes wrong, then there is no possibility of repairing it. It will be impossible to repair what you have already said will never go wrong, because you have not decided for it, planned for it. Aesthetics. Aesthetics is elegance, unique flow. That is, you cannot quantify it, but you just know that this thing is good. This is maybe experience, or something delights you, something makes you happy. As I said, aesthetics is all about looking good. You want to eat something which is good, looks good. There are certain prejudices, perception. If somebody comes to you and already someone has said that this guy is not good, you will always think that he is not good. So you already have a prejudices, like the different kind of religion, different kind of say caste and creed. All these things are going on because people have prejudices. But every religion, everything says the same thing. For the betterment of people they work. So these are prejudices everyone has for every other. This is same for quality also. That is, for example, I'll just give an example. If a vendor has already made a poor software, when he makes another software, you will be prejudiced that no, he will not make a good software. If one vendor has made a very good software, then even if some problems are there, he will accept it with warmly. So Garvin's quality dimensions which you see here are quite soft. That is, quantifiability is not there. It is just he has said, and people are accepting it. But we need something hard. That is, we need to categorize these into broad groups. That is, factors in these dimensions which can directly be measured. For example, the defects which are uncovered, which are found during the testing, and the factors that can be measured only indirectly. There is no way we can directly measure it, but still we need to measure it. So this is the hard approach. All the dimension he has given has a soft approach. Okay, this is about the software quality, but we'll be discussing more of it. Thank you so much.